This is MTV, the famous one we all know and love. Lots of colour, lots of fun, and this is Hungary's MTV. A somewhat sombre affair which has very little in common with the American music channel, except those three initials. Magyar Televízió is Hungary's oldest TV broadcaster and has been thrilling Hungarians since 1959. It's owned and managed by a government body which dominates Hungary's media, controlling the main radio broadcaster and the biggest news agency too. Switch on the TV, tune in the radio or open a newspaper in Hungary and it's pretty much all Orbán all the time. Something which worries outside observers.
Its newscasts and its editorial outputs clearly favor the ruling coalition.
So state-owned channels give most of their airtime to Viktor Orbán and his Fidesz party, but so do private media companies. How did it come to this in a democracy in the heart of the European Union? Well, one of the first things Orbán did when elected back in 2010 was to change Hungary's media laws. A journalist can now be fined a lot if they're convicted of inciting hatred against any majority, in other words, the government. And in 2014, the government started hitting top commercial media companies with big taxes. For example, German-owned RTL Klub, which is critical of the government, saw its ad revenues hit hard. Still, that's okay. Orbán doesn't like foreigners owning media in Hungary anyway.
És nekem az a személyes meggyőződésem, hogy a nemzeti szuverenitásnak része, hogy egy országban működő médiarendszer többségének nemzeti kézben kell lennie.
And so, you're more likely to find stations now owned by his mates. Men like Andy Vajna, the former Hollywood producer on blockbusters like Terminator and Rambo, can now add Hungarian media tycoon to his business card after buying up a whole batch of the country's media companies. And gas fitter turned multi-millionaire Lawrence Mészáros, an old schoolmate of Orbán's, also has a big slice of the media game. In fact, these two, along with a third man, Heinrich Pecina, own every single one of Hungary's regional newspapers. In fact, it's estimated that 90% of all Hungary's media is linked either directly or indirectly to the Fidesz party. Boy, have they got news for you.